Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Chase, the Rocky Mountain HVMC, and today we're giving you a closer look at the Rig 700 and 1600 packs from Aquamira. All right, everyone, thank you for checking in. So today we're giving you a closer look at the Rig 700 and the 1600 from Aquamira. Now, a little bit of background real quickly. If you are familiar with Geiger rig packs and you're looking at these two, they look very similar. That's because Geiger rig was bought out by Aquamira. So if you're familiar with the Geiger rig 700 and the 1600, it's the exact same pack. It's just now owned by Aquamira. But if you're not familiar with these at all, we're going to go through and talk about these in full detail, talk about the different sizes, what you're getting with each pack to help you decide which one will be best. And something that is really cool that Aquamira is known for is their pressurized water bladder system, which we'll talk about more here shortly. But in a nutshell, what's unique about their water bladder compared to just a traditional bladder is that when you go to take a drink, rather than having to bite down on the bite valve and suck to get water out, there is a pressurized compartment on their bladder that you use this little bulb to blow up, which will actually just spray water into your mouth. So it just makes drinking a little bit easier. There's also some other uses with that pressurized system that we will talk about. So pretty unique there. I do want to point out too that we do sell the pressurized bladder by itself. So if you like this setup and you already have a hydration pack that you want to buy just that for and throw it in there, you can absolutely do that. So just something to remember. But as far as these packs go, they're built really, really well. In fact, Geiger rig, before they're bought up by Aquamira, they have a military background as a guy from the military that started these. So they are built to last. These are both made using a 500D Cordura. Cordura makes very heavy duty fabrics. You got YKK zippers on here. So they're just built really well. As far as sizes go, again, you've got 700, which is 700 cubic inches. This comes with a 70-ounce water bladder, and you have the 1600 cubic inch version, which comes with a 100-ounce bladder, which is 3 liters. So a couple different sizes there. The 700, for me, as far as maybe from a riding standpoint, your day trips, you got plenty of capacity in there, but when you're trying to get as much gear as possible on your rides, 1600 is definitely going to be the way to go. Now, looking at these, like I said, both made from 500D Cordura. This is the 700, then we'll get to the 1600. I want to talk about the strap system real quick because to me, I really like their setup here. So the straps are going to be adjustable down here at the bottom. You've got MOLLE webbing here on the left-hand side. What I really like though is you can see on the 700, you've got a lot of padding here. That's mesh. What I like about that just helps give some separation from the pack to the rider's back. That just gets some airflow going in there, so it's going to help with cooling tremendously. Then down here at the bottom, you can see you've got your strap with your buckle. But something kind of unique here that I actually like is with the sip tube and the bulb that comes on the bladder, they're actually kept inside these compartments on the straps. So there would be your sip tube. It's insulated. You can see that as well. 45-degree bite valve, which is nice. And then your bulb is going to live right here on the other side. And you don't have to undo this zipper to use that bulb. What I like about this setup, especially for the sip tube, is that if you're going to be, doesn't matter if you're camping, hiking, riding, mountain biking, whatever you're doing, that just keeps your bite valve clean. So I like it for that reason. Now looking here, if we talk about the pockets, looking at the front side again, you've got more MOLLE webbing to connect more additional items to the outside if you do want to do that. You've got 4 compression straps here on the outside. I will undo those real quick. You do have MOLLE webbing too on both sides of this pack as well. So you've got your first main compartment. If I open that up, you can see you've got a lot of organizational compartments inside here. You've got a key clip up here at the top, a lot of separate pockets. That's going to be nice for, handling different tools that you might want to take with you. You've got 2 zippered pockets up here at the top, which are actually, see, almost get my entire hand inside there. And then mesh compartment down here at the bottom. And then inside that lid, you've got 2 separate mesh compartments in there as well. So a good amount of storage inside that. And then the other compartment is going to be where the water bladder is. And the way this unzips is actually right here in the front. So when I open that, that will just give you access to the water bladder inside there. Another feature I do want to point out that I like is that each one of these comes with a stiff piece of plastic. You can see this thing is not flimsy. It's got a lot of rigidity to it. I like that because inside the pack, especially when you have these things loaded up with a lot of gear, it just helps keep some rigidity to the pack. So it just keeps it fitting well on your body. It's just going to help distribute and hold that weight a little bit better. So again, those will come with each pack. The 1600, as you can see, quite a bit bigger. Again, you've got a 100-ounce bladder inside here, which is 3 liters versus 2 with the 700, but a lot more storage capacity. But as far as the straps go, again, similar. They don't have the zippered compartment on this one for the sip tube. I don't know why. I honestly wish they did. You can see, but they do have a channel here to route that. Again, 45-degree bite valve. That sip tube is going to be insulated. Got moly webbing here on the straps. The bulb, though, on the left side is going to be in that zippered compartment. But you'll notice too, again, like the 700, a lot of padding here on the back side with mesh. Gonna get a lot of airflow going through there. You also have this belt on the 1600, which is gonna be a load-bearing belt. What's kind of nice about this though, you got your waist belt, you have a pocket on each side of the waist belt. You also have a couple pockets down here at the very bottom on the side. So you're gonna have one of these on each side. See, get my whole hand inside there easily, so good storage capacity there. Now with this waist belt, what's kind of nice too and unique is that if you don't want to use this, you can actually remove it. Inside right here on the back, there's some Velcro inside here. So you just slide your hand inside there, undo the Velcro. You would just undo the buckle here in the front and the entire belt will just pull right through. So you can take that off if you do want to. As far as pockets go on the 1600, again, lots of moly webbing on the front as well as the sides, 4 compression straps like we saw on the 700. Undo these real quick. So first, zippered compartment. Similar to that 700 as far as size goes. You can see a couple mesh compartments here, a lot of organizational spots up here on the top. Again, key clip, I can flip that up. So you have all that storage there in this pocket. And then you have a second large compartment. So you can see a lot more storage capacity than with the 700. So if you like to maximize your gear on your trips, you're going to be maybe an overnighter, you want to take as much gear as possible, go with the 1600. This is just one large storage compartment. There's no other mesh pockets or anything like that on the inside. Zip that back up. And then where the water bladder sits inside this one is actually on the inside. So if I undo those, it's going to allow me to open that. Again, there is that rigid back plate that I talked about. If I take that out, now you can see there is your water bladder there on the inside. So those are the 2 packs. Those are the sizes. Hopefully that's helped you decide which side you feel, or which size you think is going to be a little bit better for you. But now let's talk about this. This is what's pretty cool. And I've used this before. I think it's very handy. Like I said, this is a pressurized hydration system. You'll notice that that bulb that you saw in the 2 packs is connected here on the back of the water bladder. So you would just fill this thing up with water like any other water bladder, and then you would just take this bulb and start to squeeze it. And you notice that air compartment on the back is going to start to fill up. And every water bladder is going to be a little bit different as far as how many pumps it takes to get that full. It also kind of depends on how much water is inside there. The more water you have, the less pressure it's going to take to start to get that water to squirt out. If it's halfway full, it's going to take a few more pumps. You'll kind of get the hang of it and realize how many pumps you need once you have it filled. But you would just do this until you have enough pressure, and then once it's full, all you got to do is just bite down on the valve, or you could just pinch it with your fingers and water will spray into your mouth. And it actually sprays a pretty good distance when you have enough pressure inside the bag. And here's what's handy about that. First of all, we've all been there before. Maybe you're on a mountain bike ride or you're riding, hiking, whatever it is. Maybe you're a little bit winded, having a harder time catching your breath, but you want to take a drink. Sometimes it's kind of hard to sit there and bite down and suck in while you're breathing heavy. With this, it's kind of nice because it just makes it a little bit easier because you're not sitting there trying to suck on it while you're trying to breathe heavy. So I like that aspect of it. Also, there's some other uses for it. Maybe you have to clean a wound if you were to go down. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could spray some water doing that. I've heard of people using this to actually give water to the animals while they're out and about doing their thing. You could use it to clean an engine part on your motorcycle. Really anything that you would need to spray water on, you can do that with this Aquamira pressurized hydration bladder. So it's pretty unique what they're doing. And like I said, you can buy just the bladder and run it in any other pack that you would want to. You would just have to figure out where you want to put this bulb. But honestly, I've used this on my hunting pack. You can really make it work with just about any backpack. And that is it. That is the Rig 1600 and 700 from Aquamira. If you have questions or comments, we want to get those answered, so make sure to leave those below. To grab one of these, it's simple. Click on the link or head over to RockyMountain ATVMC.com. Orders over 75 bucks, you're free. If you guys like this video and you want to see more like it, get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. We are the #1 place to go for all your gear needs, as well as our how-to videos, our bike builds, all the greatest content. We've got it, so get subscribed and stay up to date. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.